A lot of you have multi-site companies, multiple locations for your company. And so, as you know, implementing QMS standards, sometimes multiple QMS standards, can be a pretty daunting task. Due to the aggressive time frames for implementing standards, which in many industries can be 12 to 18 months, organizations in multi-site environments are shying away from implementing an integrated management system and instead are looking at using enterprise quality as a first step toward an integrated system. And here again, to tell us what that means, is Chad Kymal, CTO and founder of Omnex Incorporated. Hi, Chad.
Hey, hi, Dirk.
All right.
Hi, guys.
Hey. Well, we're back. All right. First of all, why don't you just explain to us the difference between an enterprise quality and an integrated management system?
Absolutely. So let me start off by just saying that timelines are very short, especially for those of folks that are doing AS 9100 or IATF 16949. Deadlines are between a year to 15 months. So Omnex, we've come up with about 10 different strategies for implementing quality right. One of that, of course, is integrated management systems. But as we work with companies, and we're working with global companies, multi-site companies, many of them are electing not to go integrated management systems. So point number one would be, if you're going to plan beyond just certification, plan like a 3-year cycle. And Dirk, as you mentioned, the time is now, if you want to really reduce your implementation timeline, and you want to go with enterprise quality. What does enterprise quality mean? A single quality manual. Now, as you know, in AS 9100 and IATF 16949, you do need a quality manual. And of course, in most of us, when you're a large company like that, you're going to have documented processes. So have a common set of processes flowed out within the company. And then you can set strategies on how to do common work instructions. And of course, when you do common processes, do common forms and checklists. So Dirk, very simply said, it is a strategy when you have short time frames and you want to implement, in a multi-site, environment, we say go enterprise quality.
Well, Chad, maybe you can give us the value proposition here a little more deeply, because people might ask, well, why would I choose enterprise quality versus an integrated management system?
So the integrated management systems is the right way to go. It saves the most amount of money, and as you know, I have been a part of presenting multiple times about integrated management systems, wrote a book for ASQ on integrated management systems. But when you don't have the time, or there's no political will to bring in environmental and health and safety systems into one common management system, then the way to go is enterprise quality. And Dirk, or was it Mike? I don't know if I fully answered your question. Go ahead and ask me that question again.
Well, I think you did. I think what you're saying is the right way to do it. If you had the resources and the political will and so forth, that the right way to do it would be to do an integrated management system. But sometimes that just isn't feasible. So in that place, you're using an enterprise quality management system, kind of as a precursor, as a first step.
Yes, and you make the savings with enterprise quality also. But of course, if you just let every site do what it wants, what's going to happen is the implementation is going to take that much longer, and the cost is going to go up that much. So an example I'm going to present to you of an actual example that we worked out for one of our customers is there's the savings from a enterprise quality for one site is $200,000. The maintenance cost being the biggest cost savings, okay? And it's about 330 or something like that for the integrated management system. So integrated management systems are good, it saves money, but enterprise quality also saves money, and it behooves us, and it cuts short our implementation time. So we should do at least enterprise quality as a first step on our way to integrated management systems. So.
And is there much duplication of effort? I mean, if you do if you do the enterprise quality management system, and then later you're going to go do an integrated, are you going to be doing a lot of stuff over again, or just a little bit of stuff over again?
There will be if you didn't do it at all and you went there, there's a lot of work to do. But if you do enterprise quality and then you do integrated management systems, and most importantly, Dirk, what we are recommending is enterprise quality software that can be used to become integrated management systems. If you take that approach, and then you also, we'll talk to you a little bit about how to do common work instructions. Again, the web-based software with a number of processes. So you can see from my article, I think I talk about 15 to 19 different web-enabled processes. This will save significant amounts of money. I really, when I said about 200,000 and 300,000, I didn't actually bring in all the savings. I'll try to present that next week, Tuesday, when I roll in the savings of, if you're doing FEMAs and control plans and you're bringing on new products using these, which is the way to go for parts per million defect reduction, then really, enterprise quality software you really need that as a first step, and then you can upgrade in the software to integrated management systems also. The same software can be used for that. And then, of course, you need to have the methodology to integrate.
Well, Chad, you alluded to it. We're doing a webinar on this topic, as you mentioned, this coming Tuesday on April 11th at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 11 a.m. Pacific. The title of the webinar is Enterprise Quality Management, ISO 9001, AS 9100, ISO 13485, or IATF 16949, Implementations Made Easy. And Chad's going to present, Dirk's going to host. Chad, you mentioned your article as well. If folks want to register for that, they can check out your article right below the player page right down there, and they can register for it.
And I believe there's also on the player page, I think there's also a link on the player page to register for the webinar as well. So Chad, once again, thanks for joining us.
Thank you, guys. Always a pleasure.
We'll see you on Tuesday.
See you in China.
Yes.
Thanks, Chad.
All right.